Hello, my name is Cedric, and along with my beautiful wife, Connie, we'll be hosting my brand new podcast, That's What I Said. I'm a retired Navy veteran that suffers from PTSD and anxiety, and we'll discuss how I cope with the mental illness through comedy and discussion. It's a podcast that will talk about everything from cryptocurrency to comedy. If we're worrying about the dollar going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's still a dollar, guess what? The value of that means absolutely nothing. Cryptocurrency in itself is the future of money. From spirituality to cannabis. To have cannabis on the Schedule 1 list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. It makes absolutely no sense. If it's a seed that can be planted and it has healing properties in it, why the hell is it in Schedule 1? Last time I checked, cocaine don't have healing property in it. From interracial relationships, I don't have a problem with people talking about interracial relationships. People try to talk bad about my interracial relationship just to think that they can get under my skin. I mean, really, it don't bother me. I mean, let's not make, call a spade a spade. But if you have a problem with someone that's in love, it shouldn't matter the race of the person. It's a mental illness in our community. The problem is people want to put labels on it. Everybody wants to put color on everything. And as soon as you put color on it, it gets treated differently. The money gets treated funny. Because if it's dealing with Asians, guess what? It's going to take a longer process unless those leaders step up and get into the president's face or U.S. leaders' face and say, this is a problem in our community. Not leaving one topic unturned. If you want to hear real, authentic conversation, interviews, and comedy, please take time to listen to That's What I Said, because I said what I said.
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. Listen to That's What I Said. Available on your favorite podcast platform.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders.
Bitch, what?
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filters.
This broadcast starts now.
What's good, everybody? Hope everybody enjoying a Thursday. It is Thursday. You already know what time it is. When it's Thursday, around 7:30-ish, it's time for That's What I Said, the podcast. You know I ain't by myself. I'm always joined my beautiful wife, Connie. Hey, what's up to the people, babe?
What's good? Thanks for tapping in and tuning in on this fantastic Thursday evening. We appreciate the love and support we get from all of our listeners. Make sure you, go hit the bell on the YouTube channel and like, share, and subscribe.
Most definitely. So tonight is, man, I think tonight's
we gonna have to bring it back for him a little bit, huh?
I mean, it's one of those things, I gotta bring him back to the reality of That's What I Said, because Tuesday was one of those podcasts where you definitely are not used to who I am, and I wanted to make sure that we brought the essence back, because that's what I said, by bringing in one of these power hitting topics, especially tonight. Tonight is definitely going to be one of those topics that is, I want it to soak in. It needs to soak in. And the reason why I said it needs to soak in, because a lot of people in this this day have decided or made themselves, become better entrepreneurs. I should just say this. They just decided to become entrepreneurs and allow themselves to step into the realm of leadership. And I wanted to, I guess, give my point of view from my standpoint. And that's understanding business acumen. Furthermore, I think it's better for me to say it like this. The topic, cracking the code unleashing your business acumen superpowers. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Unleashing your business acumen superpowers. Why do I say this? What is business acumen, first off? And why do I say you got to release your superpowers? I think it comes to a point where you have to understand what you need to unlock. And this is just not for entrepreneurs. This is for your 9-to-5s, people that have a 9-to-5 job, people that are entrepreneurs, people that are looking to excel at anything that they create or do. So we're going to talk a little bit about spirituality because it does kind of tie in. So
it ties in with the numerology.
Yeah, so those life path number 1s and 3s, I need y'all to be tapping in and tuning in and paying attention. If you don't know what your life path number is, I need you to go holler at my boy Sensei9 on Facebook. Hit him up. He'll tell you what your life path number is and get you squared away. So take the time to know what your life path number is if you don't know what it is. But this podcast in particular, talking about understanding and diving deep into what business acumen is deeply rooted in the 1s and 3s of those that's in the life path 1s or 3s. If you're not, that doesn't mean that it's not for you, because it's for everybody. But it is strongly, I could say, put together around life path numbers 1 and 3. And the reason being is because my wife is a life path 1 and I'm a life path 3.
Yep.
So, I wanted to kind of, like I said, bring it home, and every podcast I want to bring it in as far as who I am and who my wife is and everything else, and kind of bring it home in the retrospect of how we build a business. Sonia Peace Pies is in the building. What's good, Sonia? And she's a life path 3, so this is right up her alley.
Sure is.
So first things first, we got to find out what's business acumen. People will use this kind of jargon or this word that a lot of people don't understand what is, but we're going to talk about it. Business acumen. What is business acumen? Business acumen is basically your sixth sense. It is how you unleash your superpowers. It is really how you unlock who you really are, understanding your personality. This is how you crack the code and basically let people know who you are and why you're doing what you're doing. And a lot of people don't understand this, and I'm going to break it down for you so it's easier to understand, because this is not going to be one of those very hard topics to grasp or to understand. You have to understand your personality so that you can understand what your strengths and weaknesses are when it comes to anything that you do, when it comes to your 9-to-5, when it comes to you running a business, when it comes to being a part of a group that has a lot of people that rely on you for leadership and guidance. We want to dive deep and take a look at some of the things that people look for when it comes to promotions, some things that people look for when it comes to being able to just activate the things that you really need to do to produce the things that you really have to produce when it comes to business acumen. So first things first, breaking down what business acumen is. It's basically a way that you understand the essence of what it is to be successful in a business. Business acumen is navigating the world of commerce, or if you will, how to navigate your way throughout a business. And what I mean by that is understanding the blueprint. When you work at a job, when you have a 9-to-5, there's an end game. You have a CEO, and then you have the little worker bees at the bottom. And some of the worker bees at the bottom don't always want to be worker bees. At some point, they want to be business managers and, be higher ups and become an operations manager or HR manager or financial assistant manager, whatever the case is. They want to be able to rise the corporate ladder, not only just to make money, but to lead people. They've been at the bottom for such a long time, and now they've been there. They've done the job. Now they want to be able to scale up that leadership so that they can lead people and be able to teach them the things that were never taught to them when they were at the bottom. That, to me, is leadership.
Right.
Leading by example. Showing people the ropes, being able to give people the no, this is how you do it. This is the drive that I have. I don't know what drive you have, but you can give people, you know, the success stories. And the secret sauce to all this, it sets the pros apart from the amateurs.
Facts.
That's period.
Facts. And it gives them nuggets on how the entire organization works, because you're going to get nuggets from each facet, whether it be the financials, whether it be the leadership, whether it be the HR, the organizational, whatever the case may be. Those are just some finite examples, but the leadership and the people who you work with, who are your key drivers of the business acumen, those are the people you want to be around, because they're going to push you to develop yourself.
Absolutely. They don't want to see you fail, so they want to see you be able to succeed.
Right.
But let's talk about the fact that we have examples.
Yes, absolutely.
There's examples out there. We don't want to always put a barrier with race or sexual orientation or anything else like that. Some of these people that are successful because they did the things that they needed to do to be successful with little to no money to start.
Right.
And it's been proven, if people follow certain people's business models, or I shouldn't say business models, I say examples, they will understand the person's business acumen and they will in turn be successful. I completely turned my business around just by paying attention to certain elements of what other business minded people were doing, so that I can be better at my business, even though I was not being, you know, a slouch about it. I'm being successful in my business, but I wanted to be better. And to be better, you have to understand certain people's pros and cons, things that they went through, pitfalls and valleys and things of that nature. And what I've learned is, regardless of what you see business acumen is, business acumen is the very sense of being able to unlock the doors of opportunity that are already there for you. No matter what it is you're trying to create, no matter what it is you're doing, there is a business model or an acumen that you can be successfully knowledgeable in and be successful within your business structure, or just in whatever it is that you're doing. It doesn't even have to be a business.
Right.
It could be climbing the corporate ladder. It could be starting your own venture, regardless of what it is. If I'm putting it out there because I know Sonia has, you know, a clothing line. It could be your own venture. It could be creating your own clothing line. It can be creating merchandise for your brand. It can be branding. It can be just being successful in the things that you create, so that the business is successful. In turn, you are successful.
Absolutely.
So,
and it's funny you said, in turn, you'll be successful, because an example I have of how to increase your business acumen today is understanding yourself. Examining your own personality.
Absolutely.
And how you are a decision maker.
That part. You have to be.
That's the first step.
That is the first step. You really have to understand your personality. You have to break down who you are, what you like and don't like, because that could be something that could be the distraction from you being successful and from you failing at whatever you create.
And not even just a distraction. That could just be the roadblock. Period.
That's a distraction in my eyes. But yeah, you're right. It's a roadblock.
I mean, really.
It really is. It is a roadblock. I mean, and it gives you an opportunity to be transparent with yourself. You have to be transparent with yourself.
Right.
You can't go in arrogant with the ego thinking, oh, I'm going to be successful because this and that. You know, I mean, it's great to have confidence, but let's not be overconfident with something that you've never created before. If this is your first business, you're not going to be successful.
Right.
Exactly. We block ourselves. We prevent ourselves from being successful a lot of times. And it's because we listen to other people's shit. Or we doubt ourselves because we've had so many people around us doubt us that it just kind of
automatic ingrained.
Yeah, it's automatically ingrained. It sticks to you. And in order for you to get that off you, you have to believe in you. You have to allow yourself to be transparent with you. What is preventing you from being successful?
And a song you can go listen to from Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror.
Absolutely. You do need to look at the person in the mirror. You really do. You can't prevent yourself from being successful. Absolutely, when you need to be successful, be successful because you want to be successful, not because everybody doubts you. That should be your motivation. When people hate on you and say you can't be successful, prove them wrong.
Right. That should be your driving factor to elevate yourself to continue on doing everything in your power to be that successful person.
Absolutely. So
what's good?
Everybody coming into the Facebook Live, I appreciate the love. People that's listening on YouTube, I see you. I appreciate you. And please go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. It's getting a makeover as we speak. It's going to take some time. It is what it is. I'm revamping my Facebook because here shortly in the next few weeks, I'm not going to be doing Facebook Lives anymore. I will be strictly going to YouTube. I will still be doing the podcast where you would need to download the app, or you will have to wait until it drops on the streaming platforms in which I have the podcast, which are Apple, Google, and pretty much anywhere and everywhere you listen to podcasts. So with that being said, why is business acumen so important? Why is it so important? And why I believe the importance of business acumen is the forefront of us being successful is the examples that are there. The people that have mastered the art of business acumen, the late, great Steve Jobs, the visionary behind Apple.
Man, say.
He revolutionized the tech industry because he understood the pulse of the market, period. He understood it.
Yeah.
And knew how to create products that customers crave. Regardless if you have an Apple or Android, Steve Jobs will always be the moniker of Apple. And that is not going to go without, its own scrutiny. But he was successful. Even in death, he is still successful. They have several CEOs that have taken over since his death and have different people that have taken over different departments since his passing, and the business is still thriving.
I was just about to say, and it's still thriving.
Who else can I think of? Warren Buffett.
Oh,
the legendary investor.
Yep. Dave Ramsey.
Known for his strategic decision making.
Oh, man.
His decision making when it comes to investing is strategic.
Very strategic.
And his ability to identify value where others could not see it at all.
And it's funny that you brought up strategic because I will post this to the That's What I Said page and all that, but I want to give you 5 essential skills. The first is financial. The second is analytical. The third is leadership. The fourth is strategic. And the fifth is market orientation.
Oh, that right there is that's definitely a t-shirt. Hold those skills for the end because you're gonna need to repeat those back. Those are definitely some skills that we need to make sure people hold on to.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna keep y'all long. I'm gonna try to keep this under 40 minutes. We're at the 20-minute mark, so I got about 20 more minutes to ride and die on this, and then I'm gonna let y'all go for y'all Thursday evening, so y'all can enjoy the rest of y'all evening and create. Friday's coming along real quick.
Yes, it is.
So, but we got to also understand that it's not just the elite people that we know of that's successful. Business acumen impacts everything in our lives.
Absolutely.
Take a picture of just how people are seeking a promotion, and if you have a strong grasp and business acumen, you will be able to give a competitive edge to your competition. And the reason why this is important is because if you already know the business and you know the direction of the business and you're already in that direction, focused, driven, and ready to go, ready to thrive, that's going to come out when you are ready for promotion. They're going to already see it. You're the example. You're there. Well, what about if you're creating a business? How's that setting you apart? Because you know your competition. You're not in competition, but you know your competition. You know what your competition is looking for. You know what products they have. You know what their market strategy is.
Right.
You know their ROI. You already know the things that are going to take them to the next level.
But are they standing in it, on it, or for it?
Well, exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know where that came from, but hey.
But it's the truth. How are you how you setting yourself apart? You got to be able to let your boss know or let yourself know that you can make smarter decisions. You can make smarter decisions and not emotional decisions. A lot of times when we create businesses or we create things, we go off of the emotion because this is something that we don't want to fail. And it's like, oh, I don't want to fail because people are going to laugh at me and stuff. Get off your emotions. Think logically and smartly about it. If you don't know, ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, especially when you're creating a business, when you're allowing yourself to be successful. Just like Sonia said in the comments and just like Connie said, stop getting in your way. Stop blocking your blessings.
And a lot of times that innately is the problem, is we continue to doubt and self-sabotage and put ourselves in a situation where we're not able to get fully past something. So we just stop altogether.
Absolutely. I've talked about entrepreneurship, but let me say this brief thing about entrepreneurship. You know, entrepreneurship is another realm where business acumen shines bright. When you start your own venture, having a solid foundation of business acumen, and I'm glad my brother Sensei's in the building. Peace and love. I said in the beginning of the podcast that this podcast is driven around life path numbers 1 and 3, leadership and creativity. And Connie is a life path 1 and I'm a life path 3. Sonia Peace Pie says she was a life path 3. And this gives the background conversation a little bit more oomph. So I'm glad my brother Sensei's in the building. Peace and love to you, my brother. So
go get with Sensei. If you're not sure on numerology, he'll definitely give you the keys.
Absolutely. Speaking of self, because my reboot is long overdue. Sis, get it going. My life path number 1. Hey, sis, I'm just saying this. I'm telling you,
great minds
think alike. Pay attention to what is being given to you. I was given this literally. I don't want to. Let's pause right now. We're talking about entrepreneurship. So I got a 5-minute story and I got time for it. So I'm going to tell y'all. Today was hectic. First and foremost, Connie had to go to work.
In the office.
So she had to go into the building today. She usually works from home. She had to go into the building. Life path 3 is Jupiter and Sagittarius. Yes. I, for whatever reason, was just, in my own thing as I do every morning, have my coffee and we're listening to, the radio, Steve Harvey Morning Show, as we always do when we drive in on Thursdays. And I'm driving and Steve Harvey said he had a friend of his send him a tweet. And the tweet said, you don't wake up to an alarm. You wake up for your purpose. Mm-hmm. That hit me like a ton of bricks because I was like, yo. And it just so happened that there was a few accidents on 95 this morning. And we was in traffic a whole lot of time longer than we usually are.
A whole
lot longer.
Mind you, we left home at 6 a.m. Connie got to work at 9 a.m.
It's only an hour drive. Y'all can do the math. The math ain't mathing, right? Yeah, do the math.
That math wasn't mathing, and them cars wasn't driving right today.
Exactly. And it was the same thing coming back home. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Jack of all trades is a life path 3, and natural born leader is a life path 1. I can't tell you how many times I've talked myself out of ideas. Y'all are in my business today. Absolutely, sis. Absolutely. So it gave me, driving her into work this morning had given me that motivation that I already had, but it focused me. It was like, what are you doing? Stop waiting on people. You can be creative. You can do all the things you need to do. Just do it. And sitting in this traffic, me and Connie had a very business building conversation, because she is my silent business partner. And, I was telling her my ideas and my thoughts that I'd never told her before and everything. And she just looked at me like, okay, why didn't you start that? And she knows why now. But it gave me that idea that I'm always seeking sleep. People are always seeking sleep and making excuses as why their business is not successful, or why they don't have 6 figures, or why they haven't rebranded yet, or why they haven't done this. It's because you're concentrating on getting 8 hours of sleep when you need to be concentrating on how many hours of the day you have to create. When 1/3 of your day is gone, when you take 8 hours to go to sleep, 1/3 of your day is gone. If you have a job, guess what? 2/3 of your day is gone. You only have the last third of your day to do what? Eat, fellowship with your kids, your family, and then what? Go back to sleep.
Hit that other 1/3.
You hit
back to sleep.
Back to sleep. You're starting the cycle all over again. When are you going to make time for you? When are you going to make time to create? When are you going to make time to be successful in your own business that you created? Just thought I'd give you a little bit of motivation in between time. So back to the topic at hand. What's the topic? I'll tell you the topic. I'll tell you what it is. Cracking the code. Unlocking your business acumen superpowers. So I haven't even gotten to the superpowers part yet, but I'm kind of breaking it down. So entrepreneurship, like I said, is on another realm, a completely different realm. And having a solid foundation of the business knowledge is essential. I don't care what you want to think about it or how you want to think about it. If you don't understand the very foundation or the understanding of business acumen, it's not going to work out. Things are not going to work out. I don't care how many conversations you have with people, and people want to tell you about systems. People want to tell you about doing this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the third. Some of these people are not even successful in their own business. I'm telling you, first and foremost, being successful in your business takes work. It takes time and energy. I don't care what your life path number is. You're destined to be successful. If you don't take the time to be successful, you'll never be successful. I don't care how many great ideas you come up with. If you're not working at it, you're not going to create it.
Absolutely.
You're just selling wolf tickets.
Right. You can have all the ideas written down. You can manifest and all that stuff. But if you're not pushing your own self to pursue any one of those ideas that you wrote down and are trying to manifest, they will never come to light.
And the other thing, absolutely. And the one thing that entrepreneurship and business acumen go hand in hand is that when you're an entrepreneur and you have a great sense of business acumen, you're able to identify market trends.
Yeah.
You can analyze your competitors. You can craft strategies that make your business stand out and doesn't mirror what other businesses are doing.
Right. You have a holistic picture of what everything is.
It's like you sitting there with your cape on and your utility belt, but they can't see your utility belt. You flap your damn cape, kind of like how what is Kevin Hart? You go flap. You flap that cape, flap, flap. And that damn utility belt sitting out there, and you just whipping out, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, damn, he got a utility belt with shit in it too? Oh, no, we got to sit down and see what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. But something that, you know, I ain't going to forget about talking about, and I got to talk about it because it's part of understanding and being able to grab hold of the business acumen is personal finances. Oh, I just lost a whole bunch of people. I know they just dropped out the damn live. I talk about personal finances. People just, what? No, bro, we ain't going to do that. Yeah, we are.
Because people don't want to have that conversation with their self.
I'm going to put it to you like this.
It's a hard look at yourself when it comes to finances and how you spend.
I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm going to get close to the mic when I say this. I want everybody to hear me when I say this. If you make sound investment decisions, plan for retirement, and even manage your household budget effectively, business acumen is your best friend. Period.
You might want to repeat that. I don't think everybody heard that one.
What?
If you make sound investment decisions, plan for retirement, and manage your household budget effectively, business acumen is your friend. Like your best friend. Like business acumen come and knock on the door for a drink and you already got it poured.
I'm so done.
I mean, you at your friend's house, you had too much to drink. Who pull up? Business acumen. I'm your designated driver. Let's get you home. And I'm being serious with that because your return, or I'll put it like this, understanding the concepts of cash flow and return on investment and risk assessment will empower you to make informed financial choices and secure a brighter future for yourself, as well as the people that you know, the little crumb snatchers that stay in your house. Or I should say, I'll make it politically correct. Your loved ones.
Your generational offseed.
Yes.
Offspring.
So we have to be able to enhance your business acumen. It's a journey. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It's a continuous learning and self-improvement journey. I don't give a damn who you are. It is not something you just wake up with.
That's a fact.
You can just start by devouring books, biographies, and successful entrepreneurs all day long. And guess what? That ain't gonna make you the better person.
It may not sink in. You
can attend workshops, can attend seminars, online courses. You can gain new insight on so many things and so much knowledge. Guess what? That ain't it. Although knowledge is power, that ain't it.
Right.
If you ain't got you together, you just the smartest dumb person in the room. Are you applying it?
Yeah, and are you comprehending?
Are you are you comprehending it? Are you applying it? Or are you weaponizing it? Because there's a lot of people that want to weaponize the knowledge that they get. There's a lot of people that want to use that knowledge to combat all the good people out here that's trying to teach people this shit. Because guess what? I guarantee you're not going to get this knowledge anywhere. Ain't nobody going to give you this, what I'm teaching right now, for free.
Oh, that's a fact.
Business acumen is the glue that sets everything apart from everything you do. And I didn't mean to rhyme that, but it's the truth. Damn, that was a triple. Peace and love to my brother Garrick in the building.
What's good, Garrick? What's good?
I need to get that button. But I realized something just a few months ago, that I was lacking a lot of business acumen, not because I was trying to, prove people wrong. It was not going back to, I wish I could have did it this way, or I wish I could have did it that way. I wasn't living in that. I was living in the, how can I do better? People are saying I'm doing great and I appreciate the accolades, but how can I do better? Because I wanted to be successful so my family could be successful. And I'm not just talking about my blood family. I'm not just talking about my wife and my mom, my brother, my dad. I'm not talking about, and my kids. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about my family. Hey, Garrick, you already know. But it made me become humble and realizing that my family is a lot more people than a lot of people think.
Right.
Some of my family's in this live.
Absolutely.
Some of my family is not on this live, and I talk to them almost on a daily basis. I want to be successful so that I can help them be successful.
Right.
Generational wealth is not just a family business. It's a family organization. Where's my button at?
It's community. It's a community.
Oh, it ain't done.
Face first.
Lord.
Damn producer. Shit like that.
Right.
Shit like that.
But it is. It's a community that you pour into. You assist and guide as to what you did to get yourself together and on the successful path. You pour that knowledge and information into the community, your family, so that they can do the same thing and take those tools and sharpen them for themselves and guide them on their path.
Absolutely. And going back to what I was talking about, going to seminars and training and stuff, I'm not saying not do those things, because no superhero becomes super without training.
Absolutely.
You think Superman just all of a sudden became the best superhero that was out there without learning how to fly?
No.
He ran into some trees and shit.
Yep.
I don't care who. I mean, nobody just came out there and just, you think the Hulk came out to be the big monstrous green super figure that you see him as, and he didn't just knock down like 30 buildings?
Right.
Without understanding his superpower? I mean, hey, I appreciate you, Garrick. I really do. I just figured that, sometimes when we become aware of the jargon that's out there, and I say jargon because that's what it is.
Right.
Every job, every type of organization template has jargon. I was in the Navy for over 20 years. We had our own jargon.
Holy acronyms. That's
all
I'm going to say.
Yes, holy acronyms. The scuttlebutt is real.
And appreciate you, sis. I really do.
No doubt.
I do.
Hey, no doubt. She is spitting
and it's
that.
all coming off the dome. It's not regurgitated from Google University or anywhere else. This stuff is all coming straight off of my head, out of my heart, pouring into y'all because I'm passionate about it.
Hey, this ain't no secret. And let me say this, for those that is not on my Facebook Live and can see the comments. I have a bad habit of reading the comments and saying them live on the podcast because I'm transparent. If you, at some point when we get off of Facebook and we're on YouTube, and the only platforms that I will have available is Spreaker and YouTube. I'm sorry, I'll be off of Facebook. Yeah, off of Facebook and going to YouTube. When those comments come in and I do a live podcast, I will read them there. If I don't do a live podcast and you guys see it, trust me, don't take offense to it. It's at some point I will be doing podcasts that are going to center around being able to let people understand my versatility when it comes to doing a podcast. I don't always have to do my podcast live. I love doing them because I like interacting with my family. And I just feel that sometimes if you are not transparent with your audience, who you're transparent with.
Right.
When you are creating the things you need to create, business, entrepreneurship, your own jobs, if you're not trying to go to the top level of management, why are you there?
Exactly.
Y'all know I'm not against people that work a 9 to 5. I understand that entrepreneurship and people that have 9 to 5s, I understand. Y'all like Bloods and Crips. Entrepreneurship is on one side of the street and 9 to 5s on the other side of the street. And entrepreneurship always got shit to say with people that got jobs. Why are you still working for the man? You know you ain't doing nothing but paying his bills. Well, shit, I ain't got no other way to make money right now because my business ain't making me money. So what am I supposed to do?
Right.
Uh-oh. What's the entrepreneur going to say? Uh-oh. They getting in their feelings? Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, real talk. I might be an entrepreneur and I might be retired, but at the same time, income has to come in some kind of way. You can't just be an entrepreneur and start a business from the ground up and not have your own finances. You can't have your own, influx of income coming in.
You better have something.
I don't care who you are.
Damn.
You better fall back on something.
Yeah. Because shit ain't cheap.
It ain't. It really ain't. So let's say this. It's time to ignite your superpowers. Well, let's dive into the importance of business acumen and how it can actually transform your life and basically skyrocket your career. Take your career to a different level. No, this ain't a sales pitch. It really ain't. This is just some shit that I, off the top of my dome. You got to be able to skyrocket the ideas that you have and discover the top-notch strategies that really are the resources that will make your business acumen skills elevate. You got to be able to understand those. You got to be able to train your mind to understand you don't know everything. Put it in your mind. I'm always a student, not the teacher. I learned this from my brother Sensei. I'm always the student, never the teacher. When it's time for me to teach, I'm going to teach my ass off.
Right.
But I can humble myself and sit down in the corner and marinate.
And learn something.
Yep. I can learn strategies. I can learn how to shut up and take notes and be able to apply that to what I'm doing. Henceforth, I've been doing this podcast for years.
Yes, sir.
I've built a business out of this podcast. I've tried to do everything there is to be available to people and give them what I know with everything and anything I know.
Facts.
How do people hate on that?
Right.
Other people are out here for their own well-being to be successful at nothing. And ain't teaching you shit.
I was going to say, and even if they are successful, for whatever reason, they want to be the super person with all the secrets. They don't want to share and be able to provide knowledge to anybody else that's an up and coming of anything that they've done to be successful. They want to harbor all that information and hold on to it and not share it with the community of people.
Absolutely.
That shit right there, selfish as fuck.
I ain't gonna even lie, it really is. It really is. And I'm a land my plane here so we can ride this train to completeness and be out of here, I should say. But one thing that I will say about this is that it is essential. It is essential. I'm looking at you in your eyes and I'm saying this. I'm saying it close up to the mic and looking in your eyes. It is essential to have a growth mindset. A growth mindset is being a student. A growth mindset is embracing the challenges and learning from your failures. You have to embrace the challenges and learn from your failures, period. In this process of doing better and being better, you have to embrace your challenges and learn from your failures. And be honest with yourself and seek feedback and mentorship.
Right.
Don't be afraid to say, I need someone that I can lean on for mentorship and get feedback from things that fail and don't go the way I would think they need to go. Because at the end of the day, if you don't see yourself being successful, who do you think is going to see you being successful?
That's right.
You got to be your biggest. You got to be your biggest cheerleader.
You're damn straight.
Anything
if you don't see it, ain't nobody else gonna see it.
Absolutely. Anything you create, anything that you are doing, regardless of what it is, brand new job, everything that I've explained earlier, entrepreneurship, all these things. If you don't see success in you, why are you looking for it through other people? Don't look for it in other people. However, always be the student. Have a growth mindset.
Right.
Be vulnerable and have transparency when you introduce yourself to people or people that you already know and say, look, I might sound like I got my shit in order. I don't have my shit in one sock and I need help. And I know you can help me because you've talked about things that I don't know and I applaud you for them and everything else. But at the same time, I need you.
Yeah.
I need your help. How can you help me? This is my problem.
Yep.
So
Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate
Yes,
your comment.
no doubt, no doubt.
I really appreciate your
Angie's
comment.
in the building.
Bake the world a better place.
Bake the world a better place. Hit that Instagram up. I'm telling y'all, these cookies are fire.
Absolutely.
Fire. Oh, I was supposed to do an order last month. Hey, I'm going to be transparent right here in this moment. Angie, I told you I was going to mail you a sweatshirt and I was going to buy some cookies. I failed. I'm going to be transparent. My damn riding lawnmower broke. My riding lawn, babe.
That mother is going to be the death of our bank account. I promise you.
Oh, I promise you, this damn riding lawnmower is the bane of my existence.
I don't give a fuck.
I know. I'm telling you. This
You do give a fuck.
I do. That tractor
That
is
damn thing. Ooh, Lord.
when I tell you it was almost $1,000 to get it fixed, I literally had a fit. I almost threw everything in this house on top of each other.
I think both of us was walking from one end to the other end, to the upstairs, to the downstairs, cussing up a storm about this damn
I'm not gonna lie.
tractor.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been cutting my hair for years. I literally was gonna go outside. I was gonna plug my clippers up to that 100-yard. I got a 100-foot extension cord, and then I have another extension cord. And you ain't supposed to daisy chain them bitches. And guess what? I was gonna daisy chain them bitches to do my whole acre, and I was gonna use my clippers and give my fucking yard a fade. I swear to God, I was. I swear it. Anyway, but last but not least, surround yourself with people who inspire you and push you to think outside the box. That is a key thing. Don't get people around you that are just you to death. I don't like to nobody to death. My sister Lisa will tell you, my brother Garrick will tell you, Sensei, Sonia will tell you, my wife will tell you, anybody that knows me, Angie will tell you even, I will not somebody to death. I will give you the accolades for every great thing you're doing. And if it's bad, I'm going to tell you. If it's bad, in my eyes, if it's bad, that in my opinion is just what it is. I know I am, but it is what it is. But at the same time, I'm not going to give you bad advice. I'm going to give you the best advice that I know how to give you. And if I don't have any good advice, I'm not going to give it.
Right, exactly.
If I don't know, I don't know. But I'm not going to give somebody bad. I'm not going to tell somebody something's screwed up and just be like, well, you know what? It's trash. Well, why is that trash? I just don't like it. It's trash. To me, that's not advice. That's somebody hating on you.
Right.
But if somebody can tell you, have you looked at other approaches to understand your market? Do you know your market value? Who is your target audience?
Right. Have you taken a step back and looked at it from a different lens?
Yes. Have people give you various fields that will expose you to different perspectives.
Absolutely.
People
be
can
be your own devil's advocate.
Be your own devil. Exactly. Be your own devil's advocate, because I'm my own devil's advocate every time I'm trying to create something.
Whew, honey.
And Connie will sit here and be like, would you just create the damn thing and shut? No, I'm not.
And
I am not.
Okay. What topic are we going with? Oh, we're going with this?
Yeah.
All right. And I'm mindset on it. And 2 minutes before we go live, done changed the
I done
topic.
changed the shit up.
And I'm like, well, I don't have no.
I purposely do that because
no
I
prep
want my
time.
wife to be on her toes to know, guess what? You can't plan for me.
I can't.
You can't plan for me.
I can't plan shit.
I am at the spur of the moment. I will change it all up and be like, you know what? I will turn all this shit over. No, I'm not doing it. Mm-hmm. I will turn it all over. I am not doing it. But what I learned is that if you're in preparation to be successful, you're going to prepare to be successful.
All the time.
Don't be in preparation for it. Be already prepared for it. Success only happens when you prepare for success. Success ain't gonna just land in your lap like a damn, when them storks drop the babies and shit back in the cartoon days. And people was like, where did babies come from? And you see all these
Yeah.
damn storks in the air. I mean, yeah, with the damn,
them.
yeah, with the babies, and they just drop them on your front porch. No, that's not me. Be creative. Purposely.
Absolutely.
Don't wait for the alarm clock to go off. So lastly, what I'm going to say is It takes time. Do some case studies or look at some case studies. Be your own case study.
Don't get discouraged.
Absolutely. Don't get discouraged. Case studies is a great avenue to be able to understand where you need to invest in for you.
Right.
If you know your personality and it's not lining up with what you want to create, figure out where the disconnect is. A lot of times the disconnect is not necessarily how you're creating it, it's what you're trying to create. Because what you're trying to create may be beyond the scope of your personality.
Right. And you may need something from someone else as a tool or a nugget or, just a conversation. And they may be able to provide exactly what you need to give what you are working on that kickstart and movement forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think the key thing in anything being successful is understanding case studies. Look at case study of businesses in your competition range and within your business scope and things that you have or you're trying to create. Understand there's going to be adversities there, but at the same time, look at your competition and see if they have a case study. Or look at case studies of bigger businesses.
Yeah.
They weren't always bigger businesses.
Yeah, and look at the statistics of the failed businesses as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the key thing.
Why they failed. Was it the economy? Was it themselves? Was it, their marketing? It could be a number of things, but look at the failed statistics of businesses to give you the enhanced knowledge going forward to help yourself.
And their keys to triumph, their keys to success, their keys of being successful within their realm of expertise.
Yes.
And how they embody the business acumen in creating a successful business. Right. Allow those titans and those business moguls to mold you into being one of the same. Period.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, y'all, this concludes another episode of That's What I Said. Like I said, I didn't want to keep y'all long, but I kept y'all about 12, 13 minutes, a little bit longer than I expected, but that's okay. Y'all rocking hard for your boy, and I appreciate it. Don't forget to tune in to every episode of That's What I Said on any streaming platform where you listen to podcasts. Tap into the YouTube channel, subscribe. There's new things coming on the YouTube channel. Like I said, we are revamping the YouTube channel, and it's going to be strictly based on there. I'll be coming out with YouTube shorts, which will be based off of the live podcast that I do. And eventually I'm going to transition from doing a live podcast where surprise announcement, you will see me and Connie on the video real soon. Real soon.
Bang, bang, bang.
The quiet child is coming out from behind the admin.
She will not be in the background no more, y'all.
I'm coming live to the screen.
She will be live to the screen. I'm not going to tell y'all when it's going to happen. Y'all going to have to tap in and tune in to see it happening.
I'm coming to the screen.
It will be us
God.
And a mic. And we're going to go in just like we always do. And.
Oh, no, and.
No more and. Yes, and. Please. I want y'all to do one thing for me. If it's not anything y'all don't do for me, please do this one thing for me. Please share this live. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you take the time this weekend, go to wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's Apple, Google, Spotify, and bring up That's What I Said. Add it to your favorites. You ain't even got to listen to the podcast, but if you're so inclined to do that, please do. Listen to the ads as well. That helps your boy out a great deal. Any departing words for the people before we kick rocks and make drinks and sit on the side porch and laugh at each other?
The only thing I want to say is I appreciate all the live discussion this evening. I appreciate the comments. And, a lot of the things that I do say on here, everything comes from my heart and my mind. I don't read out of Google University. I don't just, give y'all fluff. this is reality. These are things that, you know, as Ced always says, the transparency. This is things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, having to understand the business acumen in my own personal life as well as my job. So never give up on yourself. Keep striving for your own goals and keep pushing those rocks over that hill, and make sure you move that mountain as well. Peace and love.
Peace and love to y'all. Y'all already know what it is. That's What I Said, the podcast. And I would be remiss if I did not give y'all some departing remarks. So with that being said, let me bring in my departing remarks music and give y'all a little piece of my mind. I love each and every one of y'all to life. Y'all know who you are, family. I love y'all to life. The ones that listen to me on Facebook, I love you to life. If you listen to me on YouTube, I love you to life. I appreciate you taking the time. And take this home with y'all. Business acumen could be the one thing that can fuel your ambition to be successful. Allow it to be a part of everything that you do. Like I said, it doesn't have to be all about entrepreneurship and business. It can be within your personal finances. Sometimes your personal finances need that kickstart to get you going where you need to go. And that's the upward mobility to success. Life path numbers 1 and 3. You are built to be successful, but not all numbers are not made to be successful. I'm not saying you won't be. I'm just saying it might take a little bit of work. It might take a little bit of work, just a little bit. Be edgy with anything you create. Make it your own. And don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Because at the end of the day, you can create anything you put your mind to, because we all successful out here in these streets. With that being said, y'all know what time it is. We out of here like two slippers on the feet. We about to go, y'all. Peace and love. We out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Make sure to like and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.
Bitch, what?